Okay, welcome. Thanks for joining us again. Let's do a quick sound check if possible. And then we're going to get into our warm-up in just a second. Okay, great. Okay, again, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to start with our Bachang Gong exercise to warm up. Now, it's especially important to do the warm-up. If you're only doing yoga like once a week, if this is it, then definitely make sure to show up for the warm-up, because you need it. If you're practicing pretty much every day of the week or 5 or 6 days of the week, then you might not need the warm-up as much. Okay, but stand with your feet about hip width apart. Start by looking to the right, come on the balls of the feet. Then look forward and come down. And then looking left, come up. Forward. Now looking right. Forward and left. Forward. Now keeping the heels down, look up. Center, looking down. Center, up. Center, down. Back to center. Now leaning the head to the right. And left. And right. But this time chin up. Chin down. And over to the left. Chin up. And chin down. And back to the center. Half circles with the head. Back to center. Now thumbs in a light fist. And the elbows bent, roll the shoulders back. Nice big, full range shoulder rolls. And then forward. If you practice these exercises regularly, you'll never get frozen shoulder. Just something I see a lot in acupuncture. People get frozen shoulder quite a bit. Okay, fingertips to the collarbone, roll the elbows forward, broaden between the shoulder blades. And then release, or reverse. And now release the arm. Now shifting to the left foot, lift the right. Shifting to the right foot, lift the left. And so on. Back to center, big arm circles forward. And then back. And take your thumbs in a light fist, elbows out, circle in at the elbows. Other way. And then interlace the fingers, wrist rolls. Reverse that. And then some waves. Reverse the waves. And then rub the palms. Hands to the kidneys, take the hips around. Other way. Back to center. Now shifting to the left foot. Right leg comes across, opens out 3 times. And then same leg in. Then other leg out. And in. And then heels together, toes together too. Rub the palms. Bend the knees, rub the knees. Keep the knees together, take them around. Other way. And standing up. Ankle rotations. Other way. Other foot. Other way. And then heels together. Toes angled out. Lift the toes, relax the arms and shoulders, gently twist. And back to center, heels out. Feet parallel, hip width. Bend the knees a bit, drop the tailbone. This is a grounding exercise, so feel really grounded and rock forward and back. It also tones the feet and the toes, massages the feet. And it helps your balance because it strengthens your toes and your ankles, as well as your sense of grounding and your sensitivity. And come back to the center. Now let's lift one leg with both arms and the other. Okay, and then shaking it out. It's a final move, clearing any stagnant energy from the body. One more time with the hop, and shaking it down. Now, our first move today is actually going to come from standing. We're going to do a rag doll, and we're going to hold it longer than usual. So bending the knees, just rolling forward to a comfortable degree. You could support your hands on your legs or on the floor, or just let them kind of relax or cross your arm. And just hanging forward, lying over your thighs. Okay, then bend the knees even more and take the legs back and find a kneeling position. And we'll take a few cat-cows from here. Okay, taking the hands a little wider. Let's take some hip circles. Other way. And then forward, hips forward. Shoulders over your hands, tailbone tucked. You can hold here, or you could do some chaturanga push-ups, or hold chaturanga itself. And all the way down, reaching out the left arm and peeling up the right side of the bottom. Then coming back to flat. Left hand in, right hand out, peeling up the left side of the body. And coming back to flat. Take the hands in beside the chest, elbows in, tucking the tailbone, rise up into a light cobra. See if you can hover your hands off the floor. And then hover the hands forward. Lift the legs. And then release down, tuck the chin, forehead down. Take a few deep breaths, relaxing. And then lying tiger, cross lift, left arm, right leg. Inhale, coming up. Now keep the length as you come down. Take a breath. And inhale, other side. And slowly releasing. Slide the hands back beside the chest. Coming up into a light cobra. Or into upward dog. And back through downward facing dog. And walk in the dog, start straightening the legs. And inhale, come forward to plank or kneeling plank. And back, downward facing dog. This time heels up high. Heels down low. Heels up again. And heels down. Now look forward, bend the knees, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, come into flat back extension. And then bending the knees, ragdoll once again. This time, if you like, hug around the legs and pulse. Keeping the chest on the thighs. Gentle pulsing. And then fingertips down. Please send your left leg way back. Now today, turn your back heel down. Rise up into Warrior One. Straighten your front leg. Hands to the hips. Legs stay straight, tilt forward. Leading with the heart. Flat back. Of course, getting into this right hamstring largely. Come back up. Bend the front leg. Bring the hands down. Turn the back heel up. Lower your back knee. And just sink into a kneeling lunge. Then you could stay down or you could come up in some way at your preference. Then keep your front foot flat, shifting back, tilting forward. And then coming forward, hop the back leg forward. Inhale to flat back extension. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, send your right leg back. Left side low lunge. Back heel down. Inhale, rise up. Warrior One. And straightening your front leg, hands to the hips. Hips square to the front, tone the legs, leading with the heart, tilt forward. Inhale, coming up. Then front leg, back heel up, lower the back knee, kneeling lunge, left side. And then keep the front foot flat, shift back. Reach forward through the left big toe, tilt forward in the hips. And then hop the back leg forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Firm the legs, inhale, sweep wide and up. Exhale, namaste. Okay, take a little break for a second. If you need a little sip of water, go for it. Okay. Now, when you're ready, please take a nice wide stance on your mat. Pressing to the outside edges of the feet. Bit of a tuck to the tailbone. And then from here, please turn your left toes in, slightly right toes out, 90 degrees. Reaching up, tone the back leg continuously, and then bend into the right leg for warrior two. And bring the right forearm down or hand to the floor, extended side angle. Then anchor from your back leg, draw yourself up, hands to the hips. Then right toes in slightly, left toes out 90, arms up. Tone the back leg, inhale. Exhale, arms wide, warrior two. Bring your left forearm down or hand to the floor, extended side angle pose. And anchor from your back leg, coming up. Hands to the hips, turn your left toes in. Now we're going to go into a standing forward fold from here. You can either keep your hands on your hips or interlace behind you. Leading with the heart either way, coming forward and maybe rounding forward to some degree, maybe drawing your arms over top. And tucking the tailbone, draw yourself up. Hands to the hips, heels in, interlace in the front, reverse interlace, turn the palms forward. And then knees wide, arms up, God's pose. And if you like, some breaths, pressing the pole into the floor. One more time. Pressing up, bring your hands just above the knees. Rest the weight of the upper body into your legs. You can collapse your shoulders. Usually this isn't how you work the shoulders, but if you want, you can take one shoulder forward from here, one shoulder back. And the other side. And the hands down, sitting low. You could stay there or shift side to side in Skandasana. Trying to get the hips to move horizontally more than up and down. Trying to keep your feet in place. And center, walk your hands forward for a wide-legged downward dog. And walk the hands in halfway. Flat back extension, reset the spine. You could stay there or hinge forward to whatever degree you like. pressing up. You might bring your feet in, tuck the tailbone to draw up to standing. Bring your feet in the rest of the way. All right, shake it out. Need a little sip of water, get a sip of water. When you're ready, we're going to start top of the mat in mountain pose, getting ready for sun salutation A. The next inhalation, take the arms up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walker, jump back. You could go right to down dog or through the vinyasa, as I'm doing here. Ending into downward dog. Now we're going to bring the feet a little closer together. Keeping the legs as straight as you have them in down dog. Mine are a little bent, so I'm going to keep them like that. Take one leg up. You could straighten that high leg. Now take the right leg, the first two toes, and grab the back of your left heel and drop that heel down, using that right foot to press a little bit. And then right foot down. Now left leg up. Straight legs. And then take your left first two toes and try and drop that right heel. And re-engage. On the next exhalation, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back extension. Exhale, fold. Firm legs, inhale, sweep wide and up. Exhale, namaste. Okay. Now you might use one or possibly two blocks for this. This is going to be a triangle pose into a side balance. So basically like triangle side balance. Okay, so have the right foot forward. If you're using a block, have it by your right foot. This is quite a wide stance. It's often done too narrow. So try to make sure it's nice and wide. Heels in line, arms up, tone the back leg, reach forward horizontally without bending the knees, and then bring the hand down into position, left hand up, triangle pose. And then if you're using a block, grab the block. Coming up. Now we're going to reach forward, and you might want to scoot the back foot in a bit. Reach forward and a bit to the right. Place the block, step up onto the right foot. Your hand can stay on your hip, lifting your left hip, left shoulder, or you can reach up. Looking at the floor is a little easier than looking forward, which is a little easier than looking up. And keeping your block, step back and pivot up to standing. Step forward. We'll do the same on the other side. Now left foot forward, right leg back. Again, nice long stance. Then arms up, tone the back leg, reach forward. Then bring the hand down into position. And right hand up, triangle pose. And from your back leg, grab the block if you have one. You might scoot your back foot in, bend your front leg, reach forward and a bit to the left with the block. Step up onto the left leg. Your hand can stay on your hip, or you could reach up. And from here, stepping back, rolling up. Okay. Great, clear the mat. Find your way to the top. Get ready for Sun Salutation B. Bend the knees, sitting back. Chair pose. Exhale, straight legs fold over to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, or jump back. You can go right to downward dog or through vinyasa like so. Now once you're in downward dog, please take your feet a little closer. Take your right leg up and over, scorpion tail position. And swing that right leg all the way forward, between the hands, and back heel down. Inhale, rising up, straighten that front leg, and bring your hands to your hips. Roll the shoulders back, lean with the heart, tilt forward, and rotating your left shoulder down, bring your left hand down. You could catch hold of your ankle, or if you have a block nearby, you can use that. You might even reach up. And unwind from there. Coming up a bit, bend the front leg, hands on airplane wing position, lean forward, step up, airplane, sorry, toppling tree, 45-degree airplane or 90-degree airplane, or warrior three. Pivoting, see if you can bring your hands down, back leg up, standing splits. Then stepping back, leg back. You can go right to downward dog or through vinyasa. And bring the feet a little closer. Your left leg up and over. And swing that leg all the way forward. Turn the back heel down. Inhale, rising up. Hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Keep your left hip back. Tilt forward. And bring the right hand down, either to the shin or block or floor. Revolve triangle, maybe reaching up with the left hand if you can comfortably. Unwind. Bend your front leg, hands in airplane wing position, stepping up to toppling tree or 45 airplane, 90-degree airplane, or warrior three. And tilting forward, standing splits. And stepping back, leg back. You can go right to downward dog or through vinyasa. And bend the knees down, knees together, feet wide, sitting back. Take a break for a second. If you need a sip of water, get a sip of water. If you're able to, you can recline here, possibly even getting a sip of water at the same time. And then pressing up. Okay, now this next thing is a trickier pose. We're going to be doing a side plank. I'll be doing a different variation. If you want, you can try it. Feel free to skip side plank. It is a challenging pose. You can also do it on your forearm, though, to make it a little bit easier on your wrist. You can stagger your legs to make it easier on your core. Okay, so let's take the left hand down first. Coming into side plank. If you wanted to try, you could catch hold of your big toe and take the leg up. And then releasing down. Take a breath. Other side. Side plank or modified variation. And slowly releasing. And then find your way into downward facing dog. Now in this downward dog, if you want to go a little bit deeper in the working in the leg, you turn your heels out a little bit so that the outside edge of your feet is parallel with the outer edge of your mat. So your feet are hip width, but your heels are turned such that the outside edges of your feet are in line with the outside edge of the mat in terms of being parallel as well as they are. Okay, now from here, swing your right leg forward into pigeon pose. Hips square to the front. You could practice upright or bowing pigeon. And please find your way back through. Downward dog. And the left leg forward. Left side, king pigeon. And back, downward dog. And bending the knees down, sitting back. Okay, a couple options. Both options, you could use a block to help you. So if you have one, I recommend having it nearby just in case. First option, fairly easier, is hip opening lizard. So it's kind of like pigeon pose, but the foot is forward instead of tucked back. You open the leg wide, so you're on the side of your foot. keep the 90-degree angle at the knee joint and really want to isolate that hip joint. Alternatively, if you prefer, you could do Hanumanasana. Hanumanasana, maybe using a block or sitting on a block, or block under your hands, or again, hip opening lizard. This is about halfway if you want to do a little bit of both. Okay, coming out nice and easy. Left leg forward. Same as the other side if you're doing hip opening gecko, or if you're doing Hanumanasana. About halfway if you wanted to do a little bit of both. Okay. A little bit on your way out and into Malasana. Garland pose. Possibly a little crow pose if that's part of your practice at this point. If you come to a seated position, get ready for both. Navasana. Balancing on 3 points, catch hold behind the hamstrings, extend the arms, chest lifted. Feet forward. Maybe hands forward, maybe legs forward. And flatten the feet together, knees wide. Baddha Konasana. Now, there's a few different ways to work your feet in Baddha Konasana. One of them is like your hands are in prayer position, so you're pressing the palms of your feet together. The other way, or another way, is to open your feet like a book, so the outer edges only are pressing. And it's good to do both of them because they work different parts of the legs to stretch. Now from here, catch and hold of your big toes. Balancing there, start to bring your feet forward to whatever capacity you can. Maybe legs wide position. And into Upavishta Konasana. Seated wide-legged position. Sitting up tall. A little easier version, hands are behind. A little harder, reaching up. And release, bringing the feet together. Sitting Dandasana, either with the hands in the lap, sitting up tall, or pressing into the floor. Maybe you can lift off. Keep the toes flexed towards you. Drawing up through the core, whichever version you're doing. And lowering down, draw the right leg in to Jun152020 A or B. Sit up tall, nice and tall. And lean with the heart, tilt forward. See if you can catch hold of your ankle or foot, or use a strap. And sitting up, changing the legs. Nice and tall, tilting forward if you can. Control the ankle or foot, or use a strap. And sitting up tall. Now this next pose, if you want, the easy version is to have your left leg forward, right leg across, and you're twisting to the right. Now, I'm going to make this look easy, but it's going to be tricky to get into the more challenging pose if you want to try it. But from here, you take your right leg out to the side, turn your back heel up, and create a bit of a twist to the right. It's basically revolved triangle face down on the floor. If you're not able to figure it out too, it's kind of a tricky position and kind of weird. You can just do any twist really at this point. And coming up. Other side, twisting to the left or left leg out on the bottom, back heel straight back and up, and twisting to the left. Okay, and coming back to the center, make your way on to your back, hug your knees in. And you can choose if you want to do just hug your knees in wide, happy baby, tortoise pose, or plow pose. And then releasing from there, find legs up the wall pose, or deep breathe, downward flowing leg without the wall. If you add a block, makes it even more therapeutic. You can add the block at the wall as well if you like. Okay, and coming down, and find a comfortable setup for Shavasana, which might be knees bent, feet wide, knees together, or it might be legs extended, or you could stay in the legs up the wall. Now we're going to incorporate our meditation into our Shavasana today, as we're out of time for a meditation. As you're lying here, try to imagine that the bottom part of your body, the part that's touching the floor, is really heavy, and the front top part is really light. And it just has an interesting sedative effect in the pose, really calming to the mind, soothing to the mind. Okay, so if you want to give that a try as we relax in Shavasana for a couple minutes. Now, please take your time. No need to come out of the pose just because I'm ending the class. Feel free to stay as long as you want, as long as you can. Thanks once again for joining us. Keep showing up on your mat. Keep practicing. I hope you're not just practicing Wednesdays at noon. At least do some stretching every day. You don't use it, you lose it. So keep it up. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully in person soon. Thanks, guys. Namaste.